Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our horizontal planners for the next week in September. And I've got these highlighters here ready to go, as well as these washi tapes I may use, these swatches from Girl Boss Anna, and these sticker books which I'll pull from. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and lay down some wax paper, which I normally do. I don't know why I just sang that. Anyway, in the fall mood lately, and I don't know if you guys caught my fall setup, but I am all about fall right now, even though it's like 100 degrees where I live. So I thought I would continue on with some fall feels, but I didn't want to go too crazy with the fall feels this week. What I did is I paired up some of the seasonal floral quotes here that I'm pulling onto the spread from the Happy Planner. Those are from the Season in Florals or the Seasonal Florals sticker book. And I'm going to match those up with some florals from the Planny Thing Autumn Vibes Florals sticker book as well. I really like the Planny Thing books a lot. They give you so much decor and a ton of colorful boxes and different shapes to match up with that decor. My only thing is that there was no quotes or things to go with the decor, so I was thinking, I need to have a little something to read just to kind of tie the theme together. I don't know, sometimes it feels a little naked when I don't have a quote or something there on my spread. So I'm going to pull in those quotes like I mentioned from the floral sticker book from the Happy Planner, try to make those work with the other florals I have from the Planny Thing book. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to place things this week. I have an idea in mind of what I want to do, but I'm not sure how to work it in with the quotes just quite yet. So I'll start trying to place the florals that I pre-pulled out of the Planny Thing book now, try to work them in, like I said. You can kind of see the colors that I pulled for this week, so they're not really summer colors, but they're not 100% fall colors either. I would almost say they're more spring, winter to spring, but even then, I think it's just a good transition from summer to fall. That's what I've been kind of leaning towards in these early days of September, mainly because, it really doesn't feel like fall where I'm at, but I want fall feels. I'm craving fall, and so I just want to kind of start introducing it into my planner, even though, like I said, we're not even close to fall feels in reality. And you can see I've made some adjustments already from my beginning idea, and I've pulled the quotes in towards the spine, and I think I'm going to put the florals all along the spine as well. So I'm working that, trying to figure out how best to lay those in. And I was looking for some more florals to go with this spread, and I came across these photo realistic carnations that were in my stash for forever. They're not a good match as far as, the watercolor feels for the florals that I will be pulling from Planny Thing, but I felt like they worked, and I liked that the color of them was a little bit deeper, a little bit bolder, and made that transition from the softer pastels just a little more natural to the deep, almost brown toned florals at the bottom. So I'm going to pull them in here. I probably would never have found a place to put them in another spread, so this kind of worked out, but yeah, not normally what I would do as a mix of florals with the kind of painted versions of the florals above and below, and then you just have these photorealistic ones. But it's really hard to tell because of the type of floral it is that they're so different. So we're going to pull those in. I had 3 stickers of those, and that was from an older Happy Planner Floral sticker book. I think that one was maybe the Fun Florals sticker book, the first one that I think they put out. And again, I say these names off the cuff, but they'll all be down in the description. So even if I mess it up and say the wrong name, you could look in the description and find exactly where I pulled certain things from. I'm going to go ahead and maneuver these quotes around those florals, kind of create like a relationship between the floral stickers and the quote. That one was an extra long one, so I wanted it to cross over the spine. That way it wouldn't be too distracting, but I wanted to layer up the quote as well, so I cut it up quite a bit. I'm also going to trim off the greenery from the quote that I have over here, as well as put away the greenery I had pulled for this spread. I think it'll just look a lot cleaner if it has no green in it. It's just the solid gradient coming down the spine. So we're going to work with that. I'm also moving some things around to see if I can get the same feel that I have at the bottom with the quote spanning the spine on some of these other quotes. So I'm going to try to rework those as well, have them go across, and just make that the standard of the spread so it makes sense all the way down. The only thing that's giving me a little bit of trouble is that the good things will happen quote is way up at the top, and it has that floral element there, but I didn't feel like I could work it in below in like the middle section because the color of the text is brighter than the less Monday, more summer quote. So those also somewhat gradiate down as you go down the spine. I felt like it really needed to be near the top, and so I had to just work around the fact that that floral wasn't quite in the right place visually as far as the color gradient. And I need a few more of these stickers to fill out the spread. There are 2 pages of each of the styles of florals available, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull in duplicates of the ones that I feel like I need more color of. I did realize that there is some other florals that I probably could have brought in at the front of the book that are in a different section. So if you do grab this book, there is a way to do it without any duplicates. I just kind of didn't see that part until it was a little bit late in the game. So we will just work with the duplicates and try to make it feel natural and random here onto the spread. And I really think it's coming together. I just feel like it needs a few more things. Some of the areas are still a little bit sparse, so we'll try to work in some more of these florals. I'm trying not to really overlap them. I really want the florals not to have that extra saturation. You can kind of see with the clear florals, once they touch each other, it makes it a little bit of a deeper color. And since I'm going for a true gradient here, I'm really trying to avoid any, extra depth of color. I want it to feel very clean, the transition between the colors. I didn't really want to bring in more of these brown leaves. I feel like it's pretty bottom heavy already, so I'm just trying to work in some leaf elements to try to fill in some of the gaps I'm seeing there around that area. Oh, and this is when I found the other florals that I probably could have worked in here instead. I can't remember if I did actually use those or not. I don't think I did. Maybe one of them, but that, I don't even know if that, yeah, I don't think I did. Just going through the whole book now, you can get a little taste of what's inside, see all the variety. And again, I really love that she includes the matching colorful boxes. Anna Bean on a Mission, she also does that, as well as Amber Plans Her Day. All three of those that are books that I've tried where they include those extra boxes, and I think that's just a nice tie-in, especially with decor heavy sticker books, to have that matching kind of colorful boxes, because basically I'm going to go on the hunt for those anyway, so it's just nice to have them all in one spot. I am struggling here though with some focus boxes, well, I guess I should say focus circles for this area. I don't have quite the right colors that I want in the larger circles, but honestly I think I can get away with the smaller circles, so I'm going to see if I can make it work with, like I said, the smaller circles, just tying in the colors the best I can. And I'm going to have them connected to this cluster of florals, so just again enhancing the gradient, and that way the colors really do feel natural as you go down the page. I actually didn't find everything I was looking for in that fall florals sticker book, but she has other sticker books, and so I thought I would try one of the ones that I got this summer, the Tropical Vibes, and see if I could find a few other matching colors that will work a little bit better. And lo and behold, I did. So it was nice because, you know, the shapes and everything are very similar between the books, so I didn't have to worry about it not really matching as far as shape and size. And yeah, I just found the color that I needed and am working it in now. Probably use one more like soft beige tone. See if I can find something that works. I'm gonna grab this guy out. I think that'll work with the yellow at the top. I kind of liked a little punch of yellow in there, so I think we will keep it, but we'll put it at the top so it's not so prevalent in the spread. It's just kind of like a little moment there at the top. And then I had those Girl Boss Anna overlay ink tapes that I wanted to pull in here for a little more color too. And so what I just decided to do is layer them in again into this cluster, just re-emphasizing the color scheme. I have a little sampler sheet there, so 2 of those came on the sampler sheet, and then 2 were from my stash of full rolls of the overlay ink tapes. I just saved them and put them to the side there so that I could easily access them for this spread. And since I'm getting close here, I'm going to pull into some washi tape. Not sure exactly how I want to work it in just yet. I thought I wanted to maybe layer it right off the side of some of these, but I don't know if that's really the best way to go. We'll try maybe a border on the edge, but I really want the days to kind of gradiate down, so going vertically with the washi tape might not be the best solution. And I thought about layering it together, but I don't think that's going to look good. So I'm just trying different things right now, trying to figure out what I like and what I don't. And I kind of think this would work, Just having a little bit of extra color here, staggered down the page. This helps emphasize this color scheme idea, this gradient color scheme a little bit more. So I think we're close, at least with the idea here for the washi tape. I'm going to cut down this brown style washi tape a little bit. That way it matches slightly better with the other sizing of the washi tapes I pulled. And I kept thinking I wanted to layer it with another, white washi tape, but I felt like it just took away from the color, the little burst of color there. So my final decision was just to leave the swatches as is, just like washi tape there on the side, and we will see how that all looks together once I plan in it. I think it looks a little bit strange, just a little washi tape sticking out there for now, but I think it'll look a lot better once I'm done with the spread. But I really liked that extra bit of color. I think that made a huge difference to the gradient feels of the spread and kind of pushed it out from away from the spine, kind of made it look a little bit more colorful overall. And since everything here in the center is touching, we are going to roll this bad boy off. So I am preparing the stickers for that. I want to make sure everything is lined up nicely. I have a lot of the quotes in between lines and things so that they're easier to read, and I want to make sure that that transfers over properly. I did kind of take a bit of time with this just because I was really worried about the stickers getting off. So there's a lot of me easing it out slowly instead of doing it a little bit faster. And then I also had to align it with the next page. So I just wanted to make sure everything transferred, like I said, smoothly, didn't create any bubbles or wrinkles, and just took my time with it. But definitely the easier way to do it than to try to move it all over by hand. And that worked out brilliantly. So we're going to go ahead and separate the pages now. I'll use my precision cutter and my little cutting board in the back just to make it pretty simple. And I'm just going to cut that circle at the top. So that circle isn't really going to serve a functional purpose, but again, I really like that little burst of yellow, so we're going to keep it and put it in there just for that little extra something. And then we're going to go ahead and trim off the excess items. Again, I will definitely try to use the trimmings if I can. If I can't use them here on this spread, I will save them and I will pull them in on a different spread in the future if it works out. You never know. Sometimes those trimmings come in so handy to really finish out a spread, so I like to save them, make sure that I have the ability to use them if possible. And I am going to use this one here at the top. I just went ahead and trimmed it out, finish off that last part that felt a little bit sparse. And finally, we need to clean out the holes. So I'm just going to back up the pages to each other and then use my power punch to punch through the pages. It does not do that great without a rigid paper backing. So you'll see, it looks like I'm bending the page almost a little bit. It does work, but it just, like I said, it works better when you have a rigid page or a thicker page to work with. The flimsy pages, it gets a little bit finicky. But it still works. It's still great. It's just you have to maneuver it. But I went ahead and did all that and kind of cleaned out anything that was still hanging out. My punch needs to be sharpened, but I'm not exactly sure how to sharpen this one. So, yeah. The final step is to go ahead and put in my checklist. So I pulled a number of highlighters that I want to use here. And as you can see, they're all labeled with my new pen hack that I did a short video on. If you haven't seen that, it's super handy for identifying your pens and creating color schemes. It's already saved me so much time. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and drop those in, kind of matching that same gradient style. And once I am done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye!